Hello, this is Will. I usually do Pokemon videos, but my main thing is programming. So today I was decided to share my journey on doing this OSSU curriculum. I would normally go to school and study CS, but I don't have the money. I am in Portugal and I don't have a legal status, but even if I did, I am not an EU citizen, so I would not be able to pay the high fees. So this is the alternative that I have found. I don't know how good it is, but I really liked it. I mean, I did some of it in the morning, but yeah, it's. I mean, I have read a lot of reviews on this, and people say that it's not as good as an actual degree, but this is the best I have for now. I am building a SaaS. I might have shared it in my videos. And here I don't know how much content I want to cover. I'll probably try to do it once every week. Like every Sunday, I'll try to upload a video documenting my journey on OSSU. But again, with ADHD, we try to do things the same thing every single day. But it's very counterproductive to record a video on this kind of thing every single day, because quality is important. And what will I today I did a couple of exercises, but I've been doing this for a while, like on and off, and during one day you just can't cover that much. There's another YouTube channel called Ruan CS that covers his journey on this OSSU. I think he stopped a year ago, and I don't know what he's doing. So what I will do is weekly I'll share my experience with the OSSU curriculum, what I have learned, what the learning goals are, the Q&A. I want it to be a little bit more organized, but I'll figure things out along the way. So you can access the course. It's an edX website, and the whole thing is free, but you can't submit your answers, and the certificate isn't free. There's a book associated with it, which you can also find here, this textbook section. At first I was thinking of making videos on the book, and then I realized that will be too much effort. But again, I should probably make something on that book. And there are already videos on that book called How to Design Programs. I think that's what it's called. How to Design Programs. Yeah, How to Design Programs. There's already videos on it. This is basically my journey, and I'll try to teach what I have learned. I was thinking of making like a good coding YouTube channel, but again, I don't have the gear and I don't have the money, so it's basically my journey. So I downloaded a GitHub repository which has all the answers for the questions that come up, and he has a readme. That person included a readme with each chapter, and so we are in the first part right now, the part 1A. There's 1A and 1B. So in part 1, these are the learning goals: be able to write expressions that operate on primitive data, including numbers, strings, images, and booleans; be able to write constant and function definitions. I finished this part, questions related to this part. I finished constants, but I haven't been in the function part. Be able to write step-by-step evaluation of simple expressions, including function calls. I haven't reached this part, and I haven't reached the other two parts where be able to use stepper to automatically step through evaluation of an expression, and be able to use Dr. Racket help desk to discover new primitives. So I have not covered these three, and I will do function definitions probably tomorrow. And so after every module there's lectures and then there's questions. So after every sort of lecture there is this kind of thing. I said it after every module, and that is true. There are practice problems after every module, but usually these appear after lectures. And I've been getting most of them correct, but occasionally I get, because they are very easy for now, but I did this course almost a year ago. I started it and then I stopped it, but the questions are actually pretty hard as you go along. And I think this kind of thing would teach me clean code more than if I sort of, because there's the book by Robert C. Martin, I believe, on clean code, and I feel like if I read it, and he recommends SICP, which is structure and composition of structure and interpretation of computer programs, which is a similar kind of thing. But I think this would teach me clean code much better. So here's one of the questions, and it is this: if you see this hash I2.718 and so on appear in an interaction pane, it means the number is very close to 2.718, because this is an irrational number. You get this when you try to square root -1. So you see the explanation here. So you have Q&As like this. And so in the lectures they cover like simple expressions. And so you get an expression by combining two primitives, and this is the operator. So you have a primitive and you have an expression. A single value is considered an expression. And I'm not covering this in a very comprehensive way. So here's something I would do at university when I was learning on my own. What I would do is I would do a lot of Q&As, and I would organize the information in forms of tables. And what I would also do is memorize definitions. And obviously in math and computer science you have to do a lot of Q&As. Memorization, there isn't that much. I did neuroscience, a biology kind of degree, so there was a lot more memorization in it. Here's one of the problems that you get. Assume that it's like this is basically using Pythagorean theorem to find the third side. That's the formula, and basically you have to write a solution in Dr. Racket. And Dr. Racket uses Lisp. It's in the Lisp family of programming languages, and they don't have any, I think this does not have any loops. I think that's the main feature of this. And so what this is showing, this is SQRT, which is square root. This is so this is square root, and this is SQR. This is a square, and these are functions. SQRT and square are functions, or so I think. And so you can use this SQRT function to calculate square root of these two. Then it goes into strings and images. And the people who know programming would know that you cover strings in double quotes. And then this is a function to add two strings. And this is a function to give you string length. And then there is substring, which is gives you part of the string. So if you run this code, then you get RI. So you start at a 0 here. This is 1, this is 2. this is 3 and this is 4. So basically it skips the 4 and it starts at 0, so that's why you get Ri. And it's explained here through this numeric sequence, so it gets this second number, here, and the third number here. And similarly, this substring operation is applied to this caribou again, but this time with 0 and 3. And so you get a car. Then I covered this part, strings and images. And so basically, these are using 3 different methods that produce 3 different outputs. Above puts one above another. So that's like one circle above another. Besides, put one circle next to another, and then you have overlay, which is like one above another. There's an interesting question. Let me show you this stop sign related question. Oh, did I? Yeah, this one here. And so they ask us what the method is, and then this was overlay. So then I did this, and I did questions related to this. And then I was here at constant, so here we are defining width and height. But when we call these constants, then you don't get any output. But when you call them here and you multiply them, you can call them like this. So when I call width, it's basically like a function call. So when I call width here, I get this value of 400. And these are rules for evaluation. So these are called evaluation rules for constant definition. So these two are constant. And so these are the evaluation rules. So to evaluate a constant definition, evaluate the expression and record the resulting values as the value of constant with the given name. And then to evaluate a defined constant name, the value is the recorded value. So basically what it's saying is that evaluate it and then you record the resulting value. So like width is 400, and then you do the same thing for height. And I mean, it's very complicated. It sounds like complicated when I just read it, but basically you are substituting these values. So width becomes 400, height becomes 600, and then you multiply them, and this is what they give you. So at each step you're substituting values. And evaluation, this I did way before these ones. It's number 5, but I don't know why I did before this, but again you are like substituting 3 into 4 becomes 12, then 1 plus 2 plus 1, 2 becomes 3, and then minus 3 and 3 becomes 0, and 2 plus 12 becomes 14, and then the result is 14 plus 0, 2, 12 plus 0 is 14. And then there are primitives and operators. So this is called a primitive. It's called to primitive, sorry. So this is an operator, basically, plus operator, and this is like making a call to these ones. Which wasn't that challenging to do. And then this is to evaluate primitive calls, so that plus, you're calling the plus. And so basically what this is saying is first reduced operands to values. So basically these are the operands, 3 into 4, reduce them to something like 12. then apply primitive to these values. So apply this plus or into to these values, and this proceeds from left to right and inside to outside. So left to right, inside to outside. And so basically that's it. And then there are these questions, but I'll go through them later. But again, I do want to teach this as well because it's good for me. And as you can see, there are so many gaps in my knowledge. But I want it to be more like my experience, sharing my experience, that kind of thing. But I don't know. And this is an unscripted video. I would probably script these videos. But again, as I said, they'll take a lot of effort. So anyway, like and subscribe. Peace. I was gonna say peace out, but please consider donating through PayPal. And peace out.